Hey, it's been a while since we last did something like this, huh? During the summer of 2024, I was given the chance to visit Japan, a place I hadn't seen since, in case you were wondering, 2019, or about 5 years ago. Now, unlike the last Summer Logs video, which, took way too long to upload, this will be split into a series of videos starting with this one and working our way to the end of the trip. That way, you can follow along the journey in smaller chunks. And it also means I don't have to edit 7 through 8 hours of footage in one video. Yeah, I'm totally not doing that again. I already hated that. I hate editing super long videos. Oh, don't we all just love it when I do that, don't you, huh? Where was I? Oh, right. If you'd seen my YouTube short from, 4 months ago, I'm sorry, I did not mean for it to take this long. You'll likely have heard the Japanese speech in the video. This was actually after we landed and when we reached our hotel. So, before half of this video turns into a beginning monologue, let's get this whole thing started up. I know you've been waiting long enough. First day of summer. Special for more than one reason. I would like to say that this whole adventure starts straight in Japan, but no. We're at Honolulu, and that's far away. So, it really starts at the airport where it was mostly just walking through terminals. But man, was it nostalgic. It eventually got to the point where we had to go to security. Oh boy, yay. I couldn't film much inside the security room though, for obvious reasons. Thankfully, the nerve-wracking part of the trip, aka security, in case you couldn't tell, was very short-lived, and we were able to continue on with our trip. And it didn't take long for us to find our gate. Sorry, I'm terrible at keeping the camera still. It was gonna be a long way, so we decided to pick up some snacks, both for the plane and while we waited at the airport. There were quite a lot of options, I must say, but we ended up settling for Dunkin' Express. Yeah, we found that, where I had a pretty delicious pink donut with sprinkles.
Subject to search. Please maintain control of your personal property, including carry-on and checked baggage, to avoid transporting items without your knowledge. Carrying firearms through a TSA screening checkpoint is prohibited by federal law and regulations. Please check carry-on baggage for firearms before entering the screening checkpoint.
And in no more than a few moments, and by that I mean like an hour or two, it was time to board. We got our plane tickets where we got our seat number. And when we were there, we were greeted with a pillow. Wait, what? Why? This is not a bed! We were taking a flight to Haneda Airport in Tokyo, Japan, and it would take approximately 9 hours. So after struggling to put on the seatbelt for about 2 minutes, it was time to assess the contents of the seat pocket. The seat pocket contained a safety packet, as with pretty much every airplane. A magazine for people to read, yet I pretty much ignored it throughout the entire flight. And a barf bag to be used during... We're just gonna put it back there and hope that we never use it. It says, past me. Well, you'd be surprised. I'm kidding, don't worry. We never ended up using it. Thank goodness. Upon entering the plane, we were also handed this bag, which came equipped with a bag, eye mask, toothbrush, toothpaste, pen, tissue, earplugs, earbuds, and a body balm and lip balm. Made in China, of course. Just a little bit later, we were ready to take off. The plane entered taxi mode, and it took about 13 minutes for us to leave the ground, So for that next 13 minutes, I'm just gonna let you watch the plane slowly move across the road. Fun, huh? I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that to you. That's boring. I'm not gonna tell you the false stuff. It definitely took a long time to take off. However, after many minutes of taxi, the plane, finally, after so long, it stopped? Ah, Sparks, are you kidding me? I waited so long for this! No! However, that doesn't mean we never took off, because just a few moments later, we finally left the ground. For real this time. And about 40 minutes later, it was time for lunch. We ended up going with a pork mabu tofu with broccoli, rice, apple juice, fruits, 2 things I forgot, and a snack mix. All while flying over the Pacific Ocean at an altitude so high that if you were to fall out, it could kill you. But we're not gonna think about that. Since this flight took 9 hours, as mentioned before, we were in the air for quite a while, and my body really hurt. So, let's enjoy the sky scenery while we can. Probably more clouds. Okay, that's enough looking at air and invisible molecules. About 8 to 9 hours later, we spotted a boat in the water, which meant we were probably getting close to land. And that land was none other than Tokyo, Japan. That took long enough. And finally, after hours of sitting in an uncomfortable chair with a seatbelt, we landed. Finally! We could get up! My neck and back hurt after all that. But we realized that prior to our landing, it had rained. Just great. We took this bus to the airport terminal, which was named Limousine. And no, it's not a real limousine. Don't get your hopes up. Okay, finally. That's all the transportation we need for now. Wait. Oh yeah, the hotel. You'd be surprised how many buses there were. In fact, it was very misleading because I kept thinking our bus was gonna arrive and they just passed by. Seriously, there were so many of them I couldn't even film them all. But eventually our bus did arrive, thankfully. And also, thankfully, this bus had a seatbelt that I actually knew how to use. Never mind. Huh, there we go. And in no more than a few minutes, we were off. This bus ride took a good few hours, so let's enjoy the scenery while we can. Seriously, this bus ride took so long that before we even got to our first stop, it was already nighttime. But we did eventually arrive at our hotel, located in Shinjuku, Tokyo. I just want to make this clear, it's pronounced Shinjuku. If I hear anybody name it Shinjuku or anything along the lines of that, I will personally hunt you down! Welcome to Keio Plaza, located in Tokyo, Japan. To get to our room, we obviously had to take the elevator, our room was located on the 25th floor. And this elevator was surprisingly fast. And yes, it was 7:50 p.m. when we got there. Yeah, it was like 5 p.m. when we landed. But anyways, it was dinner time, and we got, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually remember what I ate. And that pretty much sums up the first episode. I wanted to keep this one short considering we only included a day. We arrived in the evening, so there wasn't really that much we could do with the time allotted. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but don't worry, the rest of the episodes will have a little bit more stuff inside of them. Oh goodness, the first episode already took 4 months to upload. I cannot wait to see how long the rest of the episodes are gonna take, considering they include multiple days in one episode. Aren't you excited to see that? Aren't you excited to see me edit so many hours of footage?